Hi, Rebekah Davis with Compass, Northern Illinois real estate agent. I'm at a house. This is 517 Linden Lane in Round Lake. And this is what we call a starter home. This is what we call affordable housing, okay? List price is $215. Taxes here are $4,195. And it's a 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom. See that driveway? That's the party driveway, okay? That's a party driveway. So here, across that street is a lake. And at that stop sign is a park. So you've got this massive driveway, 2-car garage, new roof. House was built in 1938, so it's an older home. We have squirrels, so if you're not from Northern Illinois, that's our outdoor animals. Can you imagine? You just put your truck out here, park your, ATV, maybe golf cart. I don't know if this is open. No, I gotta get the key. All right, it's a cute little porch. They got a little patio. So the garage used to go over. They tore that down, so that's why there's a little foundation, but that could be a patio. Nice little deck. Sun. She's got her sun chair out there. It's fenced in back here, perfect for animals. We've got a back door. Let's go inside. Familiar with this? This is like Chain of Lakes houses, okay? If you look up the Chain of Lakes, it's a bodies of fresh water link to the Fox River. They go up to Fox Lake. Then there's a bunch of tiny little lakes throughout this area. This is Lake County, Illinois. Suburb of Chicago. Sorry, dropped my paper. Suburb of Chicago, probably, I think here we're about 45 minutes from the city. North side. You walk in. You walk into this little porch. Porch. Mudroom. Flooring's cute. Seller put brand new carpet in. It's a nice size living room. I would paint the paneling rather than take it out. If you painted this paneling, it would really brighten up the space. Here's bedroom 1. Again, just paint the paneling. Go into the kitchen. The kitchen's huge. Nice big kitchen. Newer stove. These are not, they're not new, but these are good cabinets. Cabinets are a big deal. Oh, how about the cast iron sink? I love it. This is the party house. All right. I realize I don't have the light on in here. Let me just get the light on for you. There you go. Current owner has a little bench seating. Obviously, you could do something different. That is not installed. It's just sitting there. So we've got bedroom 1. Here's the bathroom. Sorry. Gotta close the toilet seat, man. Here's the bathroom. Again, this is the paneling, but they painted it and it looks super nice and fresh in here. Get some updated features. And then how about this cute little closet? Tile floor. Laminate floor. Refrigerator. This actually has a ton of cabinet space. And this room is the HVAC room, utility. There is a crawl. That looks like the access to the crawl. Furnace looks newer. Washer, dryer. Probably want to get a new dryer at some point. And there's the water heater. This is a good size utility room. There's the outside. Central AC. Nice big closet. And then here are the other 2 bedrooms. Bedroom 2. Bedroom office 3. I like the paneling in here. It's like a lighter color. It's nice. Let's go out to the back. And then here's your hangout. Here's your coffee and a smoke break right here. It's actually quite peaceful. Chicago's northwest suburbs are growing, evolving, changing. They're a phenomenal place to live. Great Mexican food in this area. Good school districts. Tons of shopping. We're not too far from Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan's probably a 25-minute drive. Go to Lake Michigan for the day. You want to go north to Wisconsin. There's a bunch of, farmers markets, and we're a mix of outdoors and suburbs. So you get a lot of farms, industry, plenty of jobs. So I'm going to run the numbers on this, but I think someone's coming to the open. Okay. All right, here's the property. 517 Linden Lane. Listed at $215,000. Here's how we run the numbers. Let's say we put a down payment. Did you know you could do a down payment as low as 3.5%? So we'll do 3.5%. Interest rates are about 6 3/4, so 6.75. So to be conservative, we'll do 7% there. A lot of mortgages are going to be a 30-year, but we could change the length of the loan there. Property taxes for this are $4,195 annually. Insurance $175. I'd guess that's pretty high, but we'll leave that in to be conservative, okay? Let's hit the button. Calculate. So here you're talking about a down payment of $7,525. All-in monthly payment of $1,994. So just under $2,000, you can own a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home in Illinois, north suburbs of Chicago. Now, if you were to put a little bit more down here, let's say 10%, and your insurance would probably fluctuate between $100 to $150, so I think $175 is pretty high. But let's say you put 10%. Now you're putting $21,000, and look how much your mortgage went down. Only $90. So $7,000 down or $21,000 down for a savings of only $90, it would be my recommendation to just go ahead and keep your money in your pocket. Keep that $13,000 reinvested into the flooring or the cabinets or the updates of the home. Keep your money, right? So that would be my recommendation there. Now let's do the good old-fashioned 20% down. That's going to remove mortgage insurance, which is a calculation here. And these are estimates. I am not a loan officer. Estimates are based off of credit score, based off of your risk to the bank. So that is where the interest rate number gets in. So for this case, we are at $1,668. 20% down is $43,000 cash investment. You also want to estimate about 3% for closing costs. So an additional 3% is $6,000. So you'd be all in, let's call it $50K. $50,000 in, you'd have a mortgage payment of under $1,700 per month. Is it worth it? If you were to rent this property in this area, they would likely charge you $1,800 to $2,000 per month. So, what do you get from owning that you don't get from renting? And that is what we call equity. You have an asset that you can borrow against. When you are renting a property, there's nothing to borrow against. There's nothing to pull money from in the case of an emergency. There's nothing to sell and walk away with, right? And in our market, we tend to appreciate at a 3 to 4% in a normal stable market. The market has been hot in the northwest suburbs. Now, depending on when you see this, that could be very different. But in 2026, the market has been fairly strong on the seller's behalf, the seller's market for the last 6 to 8 years. And that means we've been appreciating at 7 to sometimes even 11% year over year in an ROI. So, does it make sense? That's a personal question. Do you have more questions obviously specified to you and who you are and what you're doing? Probably. So you better just call me. Let me help you. If you're looking for a move into the Chicago suburbs, we've got plenty of jobs. We've got good food, plenty of recreation, R&R, amazing school districts. You'll probably want to call me. Me and my team are phenomenal. We crash it out here. So thanks for listening. Bye.